going to be playing Madden 20 Colts Online CFM episode 24, week 4. Coach has been quiet for me out there on the field, and I normally wouldn't complain, but when I'm not catching passes, I don't feel like I'm hoping the teams to get me more involved in the offense. This week, no promises. I mean, we can. We've got the quarterback to do it. Is this Aaron Rodgers? No, Phillip Rivers. He's got targets. Just think about that. Packers, if I do remember correctly, have a very decently high overall team. We barely beat the Bears. So. He never actually put I gotta message him and tell him to do that. But hey, can you put in a roster? Because I don't know if he knows how to or not. I'm gonna tell him to do that. I'm gonna continue to save my scouting points because there's no point in me spending them shits. Contracts. Obviously, the guy that just complained is on a contract year, and right now, terrible time to negotiate anything with him when he's unhappy with the outcome of his team. I think it's good to get contracts done early on. Who have we re-signed this year? Didn't we re-sign Marlon Mack to a big ass fucking contract too? I think that he's it, I do believe. Let me check. I know we signed him, and the reason for signing him, let's look. Marcus Green on a 1 year, Hunter Henry on 1 year, Matt Cleo, Randall Cobb, all in 1 years. Yeah, Marlon Mack got re-signed, Joey Sly got re-signed, and guys that got re-signed last year. Michael Pierce, Dante Moncrief, both are still on their contract their contracts. Like I said, so we re-signed 2 people, Joey Sly and Marlon Mack. We were paying Marlon Mack bank. He's the highest fucking players, or he's the highest fucking paid guy on this whole fucking team. So, that's where a lot of our money went, I think. But I think it's a great purchase. I think we've got to get him in the game plan. Practice-wise, I think we're going to skip practice. We've got some great players. Isaiah Simmons is going to be a great linebacker next year. I think that, he'll make some plays. We're facing the Green Bay Packers. What's going to suck is we have to face the Lions and the Vikings, and 3-0, looking good. If we would have faced them, dude, it's going to go downhill. I think it's 2 losses right there. If we face them back-to-back, it's even worse. Division-wise, dude, nothing's coming up for us, Nobody has, joined our franchise yet that's chosen to be in our thing. So that's one thing you got to think about is nobody's in our division besides the Texans, who we've shown time and time again that we realistically are better as. Here we go. In Lucas Oil Stadium, Green Bay wins the toss, elects to receive. And they will have, is that Valdez Scaling? I think. Who takes that one back a decent amount. And here comes Phillip Rivers, the quarterback. Obviously, they've got Marquise Brown on thy team, Phillip Rivers, Aaron Jones. They've got some hella great athletes on this team. Is early on, it's intercepted by Pierre Desir. What a pick! arguably interception of the year on thy very first play of the game. And now looking, Eric Ebron has a beat down to the 13, 42 yards for Brissett. Eric Ebron, 2 plays, and so far, Indianapolis is making a showing today. Jacoby Brissett with the fake, gonna roll out. Jacoby threw a pick. Trying to make too much happen, and it'll be Eric Ebron to make the play. Adrian Amos, it was a terrible read by me. I'm not going to count that on anyone against him. I just want to back and forth some shit. But yeah, Parrott is Sear, back on the field. That's that crazy interception. Man, oh man, that was crazy. As they're going to bring a lineman in motion, interesting enough. Going to put a lineman at tight end. Extra blocking. They're going to pass it, though. They're going to come out throwing, and he's going to get the football. He's a little bit skinny, he might, this might have been something that the Giants, actually made. They wanted this guy to play a linebacker, or tight end, because, how good he was. That's a wide open Jimmy Graham. Is that Jimmy Graham? I don't think that is. That's Jason Witten. He makes the grab for 31 yards down at 46. So, those plays that the Colts made, all doesn't matter. 2 plays, a 42-yard pass and a pick. This game is so far eventful, and by backfield Aaron Jones, and then it's gonna be a 40-yard bomb up pick or not. I mean, this game's not calling it down anytime soon so far. As Philip Rivers on 2nd and 11, Rivers looking to throw. Philip Rivers finds Anthony Harris. Anthony Harris down the sideline. Aaron Jones is behind him, but can't catch him. 5th interception of the year. Anthony Harris has been here 4 games, 5 picks. Devin White, I think, had 10 picks last year, but the fact that they'd be paying Anthony Harris less and getting a 1st-round 3rd pick out of it, and they think that arguably he had a better season. I mean, the Colts might have robbed him out of Devin White. Devin White, he was a good player. Some people say they didn't fit the system exactly, and that doesn't matter because Anthony Harris, now is a coverage linebacker and he's great at it. 2nd and 10, Philip Rivers gonna go 5 wide. Philip Rivers gonna try to redo his mistakes, and that's gonna be Quincy Wilson, a guy that injuries kept him out. Is a guy that everybody was surprised to see come back. I mean, they haven't released him. They haven't looked to trade him. He's still there, for probably a good reason too. He's made plays. That's gonna be Anthony Harris and Kenny Moore. Kenny Moore could play linebacker next year, take over where Isaiah Simmons is playing. He wants to play linebacker. They wanted him to play, it's Anthony Harris. I just can't think of that. I want Isaiah Simmons to take linebacker. They want him to play a year of safety, He's going to be an athletic linebacker, that's for a fact. It's going to be kind of hard for him to play safety, but they want to, they don't want him to go straight into linebacker and tackling. They want to, ease him in there as 2nd and 4. Rivers going to go right back to Aaron Jones, and Darius Leonard's a brick wall to run into. 3rd and 3. Is this going to be another run? It is. Anthony Harris, or Aaron Jones going to get the ball. Isaiah Simmons fits the die hole after a 4-yard gain. Run the ball has been the thing that's been working so far. 1st and 10. Rivers gonna send Marquise Brown in motion. And they were ready for it. Malik Hooker and Pierre Desir over it. A gain of 4 is not terrible out of it though. We'll say that, but 2nd and 6 for Philip Rivers, those games kind of slow down for that pick 6. They've not tried too much. Aaron Jones trying to get somewhere. But Matthew Adams is a guy that a lot of people have been, trading us like, oh, you need that position. Matthew Adams is not a guy that they have looked to trade or, exchange, and that was a good play for him. Obviously, they think that, next year, with Isaiah Simmons coming down, he might be a rotational linebacker, but he's still gonna see the light for the lives. 1st and 10, damn near field goal range. Rivers gonna hand it off, and Anthony Harris hits Jonathan Williams. Hits the hole damn hard. I don't know how Jonathan Williams managed to somehow get that and off and tuck it as soon as it was handed off. Cracked. 2nd and 13. And that will be the first quarter. The Indianapolis Colts playing defensively phenomenal. Offensively, haven't really seen the field a lot. Yeah, and the Packers have done a great job about keeping their offense on the field. As this will be Aaron Jones, as stopped by Justin Houston. 3rd and 5. They're good at these third down positions. They've somehow, like we said, they've just been able to keep themselves on the field. Anthony Harris looking at Marquise Brown, and that's going to be caught, cracked, cut. It doesn't matter. 2 picks for Phillip Rivers down at the 21, and Colts getting loud on every third down. It's only get quiet. As they get closer and closer to every third down, Phillip Rivers is making a play. As this time Anthony Harris can't make the play, and that's gonna be Aaron Jones, 21 yards to the house. And that's what they don't like about Anthony Harris. He's a pick machine, but he just cannot tackle. And that's why they want Isaiah Simmons to come down. That's why they want him to maybe play either outside, maybe move Isaiah Simmons to the outside, or maybe have him play second, play where Anthony Walker's playing, move Isaiah Simmons down. We'll see. 7-7. The Colts are all tied up. Marcus Green back deep down to there to return, and Marcus Green to get down to the 27. And one guy that they obviously are going to target a little bit more, maybe T.Y. Hilton, but one thing they definitely need to do, Marlon Mack. That's what I think they were missing in that Colts game into the Bears. I think it would have been a lot better of a game if Marlon Mack got involved, and and when they were involving him, it was too late. He wasn't getting a lot of yards, and wasn't getting enough to where they could continue to hit it off to him. As 2nd and 8. Brissett gonna send Randall Cobb in motion. Jacoby Brissett gonna roll out. Brissett's got to get rid of it, and he's got Hunter Henry, who's close. They're gonna call him shy. Brissett. Hand off to Marlon Mack, and Marlon Mack finds the end. 13 yards on the carry. I mean, he still got, 18 fantasy points, but still. Welcome back, Marlon Mack, as Mack going to get the football again. Marlon Mack, couldn't get the juke in time. 2nd and 8. I already said listen. This is shades of Marlon Mack. Teams are, you gotta script for this guy. What else are you gonna do? He tripped. Huge loss. 4 rushes, 8 yards. Jeez, dude, it's just not been the type of day that he was hoping for. Going Brissett, 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 17. Gonna go 5 wide. He's looking for Paris Campbell, who drops it. He fit it in the breadbasket. Campbell just could not make thy grab. As Rigoberto gonna kick this one. Walking deep. That's a good kick. Just a terrible bounce. 7-7. Green Bay's got football, and they're trying to end a losing streak. That's huge. That's gonna it's huge and needs to change their season around. They're trying to make the playoffs, and this game's gonna determine if they lose, they might be out of it. And they're playing a very good Colts team, a damn good fucking Colts team. And 3 games in, 3-0. That's a good start, but that still doesn't show that they're a menace football team. It's Anthony Harris, damn good tackle right there. It's not showing that they're a fucking 2 seed in the playoffs. They haven't shown none of that yet. They're undefeated. That's a good start, but they haven't shown that they're that good, that great. In 7-7. We'll see what happens. Phillip Rivers on 3rd and 8. Huge play. This would be a huge stop for the Indianapolis Colts, try to get their offense back on the field. 2-minute warning. Not a lot of time. Gonna go with the screen, and Anthony Harris snips it out. And Frank Reich, or Jacob King, I don't know who the fucking coach is, they're gonna fucking call a timeout quickly. He wants to get that one off. It's a great play. There's George Odom gonna get down there and block for Marcus Green. Marcus Green down at die 44, damage to 45, 11-yard return. Marcus Green's a great player. You know, he's blown up on a couple of games, and you know, we'll see if, you know, he gets any more snaps at running back. A couple years, I mean, who knows? As this is Marlon Mack gonna take this one, and thus one's gonna be a huge carry. 21 from Marlon Mack. You know, they don't have a lot of time, but they're closer to where they can run this. And Marlon Mack knows he can run it. And Marlon Mack down to the 14, 51 yards. You get him in the backfield, and he's just going to continue to make plays. And Marlon Mack breaking out of the side tackle down to the 4. I would believe that he's tired, though. 2nd and inches. They're going to go right back to Marlon Mack, and he's going to sneak that one in. Touchdown. All Marlon Mack rushes there. He got that big contract, and the Colts, you know, were wondering if he was going to do anything with it. Right there shows 57 rushing yards for him on that drive, 65 on that game. If he didn't go backwards 8 yards earlier, he'd be in the high 70s. And well, you know, what are the Colts? They're well, they're on set for another 100-yard rusher. It's Phillip Rivers on 1st and 10, 7 to 14. Rivers has got to get something kind of deep. He's got to, you know, take a shot. Oh, it's off the hands of Isaiah Simmons. He broke it up. What a play. I'm not even going to be pissed because not a lot of people can jump that. But fuck it, dude, if he could make a play on that is over the head of Anthony Harris. Couldn't get that one to go. Couldn't get that one to get a take one on that one as timeout. 3rd and 5, 36 seconds. Gonna bring 3 tight ends in. And they are gonna throw it to Aaron Jones, who is stopped. So with 29 seconds and 4th and 1, it'd be a damn good punt from here. If Scott can get rid of this one, and if they can get down there and stop Marcus Green, it's half. But Marcus Green can get a decent return. This half isn't over. And not really down at the 22, a huge tackle. 21 seconds with 1 timeout. You know, they've got to get down the field here. As the Indianapolis Colts are, you know, they're not scared of a challenge. They got to get this down the field. They'll get it down the field. They're ready for anything, as this is going to be a shot for T.Y. Hilton, incomplete. Not really open. 15 seconds to go. As they're going to bring, Brissett's going to bring Marlon Mack back in. Under center. Oh, looking, it's a quick throw. Didn't mean to throw it. Brissett. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. I was going to send everybody in motion, so here we go. Everything's on the left now. Looking to throw. He's got him open. It's incomplete. Oh, a terrible throw on Brissett. Couldn't make a throw on that drive. 4th and 10. Rigoberto Sanchez is going to do exactly what the fucking coach tells him to do. Out of bounds. Not going to force anything. And now they're going to go Hail Mary, and they're going to do exactly what they do every time. The Colts, they have a lot of faith in Anthony Harris. You know, a big dude. You know, he's a slow linebacker. You know, they're gonna have him play back just in case, and that's gonna be picked by Quincy Wilson out of bounds though. I damn near got his feet in. They're not gonna count it, and that'll go to halftime. As here we go, Marcus Green's gonna let Duslin go, and the Indianapolis Colts will take it at the 25. 6 minutes to go. And you know what's one thing they're not going to abandon this time? The run game. They're going to run this football when they can. They're not going to abandon it like the Bears game. As, you know, you've got a good rusher in your hands right now. You've got a hella looking good Marlon Mack, who, you know, is on pace for another 100-yard game. He has all 100-yard games except against the Bears. So, you know, we'll see if we can get another one here as Mack Oh, nowhere to go. They stuff him. Lost a yard. Marlon Mack. 2nd and 11. He's going to bring Hilton and Cobb in. Brissett takes the snap. Jacoby. Gonna go to Randall Cobb. Randall Cobb. Gonna pick up die first down. Randall Cobb has been an incredible player for the Indianapolis Colts. He's really showed that he can be a top receiver on this team, and he's probably gonna get re-signed because of that. I mean, is looking for T.Y. Hilton. Hilton's open. T.Y. down to the 17. Jacoby almost has 100 yards throwing, as that'll be a first down. You know, I wouldn't. Like I said, I don't abandon Marlon Mack, but when you're throwing thus well, I don't know if I'd stop, as they're gonna come out throwing again. Gonna go back down to Randall Cobb. Give Randall Cobb the speed. Randall Cobb is in. They dump it down to him. Let him make a play. He maneuvers his way in. 21-7, and the Indianapolis Colts are running away with it. Huge play. Marlon Mack got 2 rushes that entire drive. You know, if you would have heard that before, like that's not a good idea. We need to give him drives, but it worked. You know, the Packers can't stop the passing game. The Colts pass very well there, as that's Travis Benjamin. Gonna get it down to the 24, and this will be another drive for the Packers, who are gonna give it to Aaron Jones, who is stopped. Bobby Okereke, who is an upcoming Colt, who has taken the job of Anthony Walker. You know, Anthony Walker, seems like him and Anthony Walker were splitting reps, and all of a sudden it seems like he's getting a little bit more reps, as this is Aaron Jones down the field. Isaiah Simmons was the last line of defense, had him, but Malik Hooker will take him down from behind. First down though. Aaron Jones, phenomenal play. He seems to be a very good runner today, as they're going to hand it off to him. Isaiah Simmons! It's a fumble! Picked up by Darius Leonard! Isaiah Simmons cracked the shit out of him. Aaron Jones, as soon as he got that ball. Oh my goodness. A Colts laid waste, and a huge play by Ryan Kelly here. I get to that linebacker. 83 yards from Marlon Mack. There's Marlon Mack. They're gonna fake the handoff. They're gonna look to throw for T.Y. Hilton. It's overthrown by Jacoby. Brissett was right there, just couldn't get it to go on 3rd and 5 at the 33. A handoff to Marlon Mack. I think he got it, and they're gonna say he did. They're gonna pull out the chains and say he did. I think they kind of stuffed him towards the end of that run, but I think it was too late. I think he already had it. As Brissett, 1st and 10. Brissett's gonna look to throw. He's got Paris Campbell, who's gonna go back inside and get more yardage down at the 8. Brissett has thrown very well in the second half. I think he's got 1 or 2 like overthrows, or throws that were just a little bit off, like that T.Y. Hilton throw. Nonetheless, huge for second half for him, as Marlon Mack. The goal for him is running in, obviously, as 2nd and goal. Gonna give it back to Marlon Mack, down to the 2. 94 yards for Mack and a touchdown. He's having a great game, as Nyheim Hines will check in the game. Brissett takes the snap. Jacoby is gonna run it himself. Touchdown, Colts. And just like that 7-7 game, that it was really close. That like Green Bay, it'd be a huge one over in Indianapolis. It's 7-28 with 1:12 left in the 3rd quarter. It's over. So it looks like the 49ers, they've in the playoffs. So I think at 9-7, I do believe. They haven't played very well, and the Eagles are off to a phenomenal start. They're playing very well, and obviously the Texans are 1-3. Offset the start that you would expect them to be. You know, everybody's expecting, you know, maybe they can break even this time. I think that's what they, you know, said that they would do, as Aaron Jones stopped at the die 24, second and 8. As Aaron Philip Rivers, I keep saying Aaron Rodgers, but it's not the same number. Gonna give it right back to him. Marquise Brown, that's the second time they've went to him, but a loss of 3. Justin Houston gonna make a phenomenal job at setting thy edge. 3rd and 11. Here we go. Rivers needs this. He's going to look to throw underneath to Aaron Jones, and he won't get it. The Colts are gonna call. We're gonna call a timeout. Keep it in the 3rd quarter to force them to punt. That, you know, might be kind of like cheesy, but we're gonna do it as Scott kicks it off. Green gonna take this one at like the 4, and nowhere to go. Not the 13. He's not been a phenomenal like kick returner as I intended him to be, but he's not terrible, I guess. As Brissett gonna give it to Marlon Mack, and Marlon Mack. I think it was Perth Campbell that got in his way. Nonetheless, he will hit 100 yards on the fucking day. It's usually what he does, as he's in the zone as well. Marlon Mack is stopped in the backfield immediately when he gets in the zone, and he's out of the zone. That's the only thing that keeps him out of the zone, if he gets tackled for a loss, and that very play is the one that takes him out. So here we go. We need Mark Lewinsky to get to that 2nd level, and he will fail to. And Jalen Smith will make a play. Brissett gonna send Campbell in motion. By fake, gonna give it to Marlon Mack, and Marlon Mack will get 4, and it'll be a punt for the Indianapolis Colts. Rigoberto, they're gonna boot this bitch a little bit forward. Oh, they can get 1, and yes, Quincy Wilson dives on it at die 5. So here we go. Looking for something. He's gonna go to an out route. Oh, it's a 1st down. Travis Benjamin makes a play. First and 10. Rodgers gonna hand it off. Oh, and a huge play by your new Indianapolis Colts of the year, Michael Pierce. And it was like a menace on the Ravens D-line. As 2nd and 11. Philip Rivers throws a pick, and it's to Isaiah Simmons. Jason Witten. He wanted Jason Witten, and he found Isaiah Simmons' 3rd pick of the season for the rookie. And that'll be a huge play. 1st and 10. Jacoby Brissett. Marlon Mack. Oh, he made a play. It's just the fact that he had nowhere to go. Man, oh man, they've made a great. Teams have made a great play or job of keeping this man contained. It's just the fact that, dude, he's just got nowhere to go. Like it's killing him. He knows that he can't go anywhere. They know they have to force him to run, and he's lost 3 on Dust Drive already. This rate, he might even go out of his X factor, honestly. And this one off to Marlon Mack, and Marlon Mack can pick up 17 and keep die drive alive. Not gonna let this game go into a punt. Marlon Mack. Jacoby Brissett under center. Brissett gonna give it to Mack. Mack with a juke. Down to thy 2. 146 on thy day for him. As you know, there's a lot of people up here. This is Naeem Hines in the game as well. Hand off to Hines. Hines in the backfield. A loss of 3 or 2. They're gonna say loss of 2, and that'll take it to a 2-minute warning for the Indianapolis Colts. The Indianapolis Colts. 2-minute warning, up 7-28. It's been a very, very good defensive game again by the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like that's, you know, their strength of this team, as they're going to bring in 2 running backs. Brissett going to hand it off to Marlon Mack at a tie 3 on 3rd down. I don't know why we called hurry up. Probably shouldn't have. Another handoff to Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack lost it 2. 4th down. That'll be a field goal for the 4th down Indianapolis Colts. So they have ran it damn near every fucking play of the 4th quarter. Honestly, I think they might have ran it every play. 146 from Marlon Mack. You know, that's the type of days that he usually has. Over 20 fantasy points. You know, no catch. I don't think he actually had a grab this game. Usually he has like 1 or 2, or maybe actually usually like 3 or 4, honestly. Today they haven't really thrown it in the back of the thrown it to him in the backfield. So it's one thing that they didn't do today. Today they, you know, let him out of the passing game because I guess they were trying to get down the field, you know, get their receivers more involved. As T.Y. Hilton, they don't believe had a catch either. As this Anthony Harrison not gonna get there. This will be a huge game for Aaron Jones goes out of bounds a lot. Stays on his feet though. Only 125 passing yards by the Indianapolis Colts allowed. It's crazy. As Isaiah Simmons looking for the run, and that's in the backfield. 4 people on right there, as this will be a throw somewhere. Oh, it's incomplete. Malik Cooker locked up Jason Witten. 3rd and 8 on 18. Quincy Wilson on 3rd and 18. He's looking to throw. He's gonna go deep. Oh, and it's incomplete. Kenny Moore makes a play. 4th and 18, and with 40 seconds left, you gotta give them some. You gotta give them some respect. You know, you gotta give some mercy. I mean, if they're gonna punt it, yeah, that means they've just given up. At the die 4, and you know, when you're at die 4, I don't know necessarily how to, like I said, knee it without putting somebody else in the die game, but. I think it's the option to knee it. They're not going to stop the clock. Here comes in Deshaun Kaiser to get ready to take down the knee. And the Indianapolis Colts are going to win this one 7-31. As Deshaun Kaiser is going to let this one clock out and take the 7-31 win. Phillip Rivers, Jacoby Brissett, 82.6 rating. Threw a pick, got a touchdown. He played pretty well. Just started the first half, he was shaky. Mack started in the second half, 146 yards. Jones had 69. Touchdown for everybody. Brissett had a 2-yard rush. Other than that, nobody else really ran good on our side of the ball. Receiving, did have a catch. 32 yards. He ran out a 42-yarder. Randall Cobb had 2 for 30 and a tutty. Paris Campbell had a 20-yard grab. Hunter Henry had an 8-yard grab. Blocking a pancake by Quentin Nelson. Total tackles, I think Anthony Harris had 9. You know, he just, you know, too many tackles he let go. 3 tackles for loss by him. Odom had a couple. No sacks in that entire game. A pick for Isaiah Simmons, Harris, and Desir. Harris was a pick 6. Pass deflection. 4 fumbles. Isaiah Simmons got it. Leonard recovered it for 2 yards. Anthony Harris had the touchdown. Kicking, Joey Slye. Good on all his kicks today. Today. And I think we need to put T.Y. Hilton in a different position so he doesn't complain as much for being inside. 76 overall, Danico Autry, who's 30. Jalen Hurts is actually, I thought he was worse than, you know, he's developing pretty quickly. Deshaun Kaiser, Deshaun Kite. Deshaun Kaiser. Deshaun Kaiser. Kaiser went up 2 overalls. He's up to a 65. Incredible. Al Quadin Muhammad. I'm gonna say at a 64. Give him some speed. Isaiah Williams up to a 69. Like I said, this dude could be the Isaiah Simmons backup. We don't know. I think he's a little small. I do think if we can get his tackling up, he could play linebacker. As he's one of those guys that it's gonna be a tackle more than zone. He's got very low speed, but TJ Green is another guy that I think that could play a lot. Frustrated receiver. He's gonna be pissed at us. Coach, I'm really disappointed that you didn't get me more involved in this game, especially after our talk. I was open out there. Those DBs couldn't hang with me. Something. What was the problem? Minus 20 morale for T.Y. Hilton. Yeah, we held them up. I'm proud of you guys. 500 XP for the linebackers. The undefeated streak continues. Congratulations, Coach. I know it's early in the year, but it's never a bad time to start stockpiling wins. Can't wait to see your success continue in October. We'll have a bye week next week, so we'll go into week 6 undefeated. We have to face the Die Bengals. I believe the Die Bengals are his power buttons. Yeah, I can beat that guy. I think I'm pretty fucking confident. We can beat the Texans, I think. The Browns, I think we have a chance against the Die Browns. I think we can keep this undefeated streak up for a while. I think everybody in ours has only won 1 game, so we're a lot ahead. I think we can easily win all the way until here. I think we can go 10-0, 11-0 even. On week 12, we'll go like 10-1. I think we'll go 11-1, 11-2. 11-3, 11-4, 12-4 maybe, 12-4, 11-5. So earlier I thought we were gonna go 10-6. Seems like I think we can get. I think we're gonna get 2 more wins than I think we were or would have. I think we've got a better chance of winning games now. So, 85 overall, 88 offense, 83 defense, and now I'm going to end the stream, re-pick it up because I got the Redskins to play. I guess I'll sneak peek on the stream. So if you're watching the stream. We'll move later. I'll move on. I'm going to move to the other. By the way, I don't want to announce this right now, but I'm going to the next stream as well. I'll just if you want to hear an announcement about this franchise, I'm going to leave it in the next stream. So, yeah. Here we go, and you'll see all this. Which is probably Dylan Moses. You guys already know when I start